Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. This is a spirit journey. Yes, I'm bright eyed and bushy tail right now. It is good old Saturday morning, Saturday, January 29th, 2022. And the time right now is 5:53 a.m. And that's my little girl snoring. You can see her. Yeah, it's so dark in this room. Yeah, yes, I'm in bed right now. That's my window. Yes, my famous window. And you know it's snowing right now. Yes, it is. It is snowing. Mm. I don't think I'll be going out again today. I kind of like, I kind of like staying at home, cuddling up. Boy, I was watching movies yesterday. Oh, this morning. Yeah, last night, and then I watched some more today. Yeah, I fell asleep with it on my device, and yeah, when I go to sleep early, I also wake up early too. Yeah, I feel pretty good, and I just finished drinking my elixir. It's like a liter full of water, filtered water, and I put minerals. Um, took my vitamins and a little oil. Yeah, just to get the jump start. Oh, take also these bone marrow powder and this joint things for the joints. Yes, yes, yes. When you get older, you're gonna need more help. Yeah, I like to try to be proactive and drink at least in the morning. Drink my water. Yeah, it's been very, very dry lately. My skin is absolutely dry. Even though I put my this body cream that I made, and yeah, I got to maybe got to tweak the formula a little bit. Yeah, the weather now is really really dry. Lips are dry and everything. Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm going to do a doing this live stream. Um, I want to talk about yeah, I'm going to try to combine them together. I had my morning, well, yeah, I had a morning vision, um, a little different because I was, awakened for a while. And yeah, I'll tell you about that. And I was also watching two movies. Yes, two conspiracy movies. One is Enemy of the State with, what's his name? Will Smith. And the other movie was Conspiracy Theory. They were good movies. Yeah, just something. When I was on my computer yesterday, I started just thinking about them. I said, it's a Friday night. Let me check, if it's on YouTube. They used to be on YouTube. Well, I couldn't find it, and I said, let me get them. So yes, I bought them last night and I watched both of them. They're long movies, actually. I think both of them are over 2 hours long. I do like old long movies. I do. I do. And so, what I want to talk about today, trying to reposition myself. What I want to talk about today is how these movies. What are these movies all about? Hope I can remember what I want to talk about with these regarding these movies. Um, Yeah, both of these movies came out in the 1990s. Um, let's see, Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, that came out in 97. And Enemy of the State came out in 98. And so I thought it was interesting. I think Hollywood is really um, to like initiate the public, get us prepared for the information. It's like they want you to know. And I think they want you to know in part so that you could accept it, you know? And both of them are really intriguing and interesting. Oh, which one now? Yeah, Enemy of the State. That was the first one I watched. I watched Enemy of the State, and then I watched Conspiracy Theory. I was just finished watching that one. But they were giving you clues. The birthday of the guy in the movie in Enemy of the State that was, oopsie, it's glitching already. See, I try to be so careful and at not saying certain words because, when you say certain words, it triggers the live stream. But anyways, yes, I thought that was interesting. In hindsight, here the movie came out in, what was that, 98? And they're already talking about that particular day to have an event like that in lower Manhattan. Very interesting, don't you think? Yeah. And it was very entertaining. And what else about it? It's interesting that they want you to think, yeah, they want you to think that people who believe in conspiracy theories, so-called conspiracies, that there's something not well with their head. I excuse me. I should talk about the vision I have first, because I think it's a little shorter. But I think they're all related. But I think why I saw what I saw today in my morning vision, which was slightly different how you know, a little different the pattern how I did it. So, well, I had I was playing the movie, and so I just started closing my eyes. I guess I was getting tired, but I was just relaxing and just listening to the video in the background. And I saw something. I thought it was interesting. I saw um, it was a boardroom. It was dark in the room, and I see a table. I saw like a boardroom table, long table, had a polish to it. The light. There was a dim of light in the room. It was dark, but there was a slight reflection off the surface of the table. And you see men who they looked like they were wearing business suits along the table. Um, and I think just before I saw the table with the men sitting on it, I noticed there was some type of movement. Like, even though my eyes are closed, um, you sense like if you're in the room, let's say you're in a dark room, your eyes are open. Let's say it's very very dark, but you may see a hint of movement. If someone's in the room moving, you see like a hint of them. And that's what it was like. And it looked like a man. Yes, it was seemed like an older man, and it looked up close. It was a profile view of him. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. I invite you to say hello in the chat room if you wish. Yeah, don't be shy. So, anyways, yeah, it was looked like a man. Again, it was very dim, the lighting, and he looked like he was in some type of business suit. And then I saw the table, and it could have been some movement at the table. The men there, and that was it. Again, with my visions, I never see, I never hear any audio, but that would be fantastic. So anybody who has suggestions how I can get audio and not just video, seeing the visual of what I see, you know, it'd be interesting the context. Oh, um, I think, yeah, I was seeing it through one end of the table, the head of the table. And I think, like, I started thinking, oh, I hope that they don't see me in there. 'Cause I got the impression that maybe that they saw me or saw something. See, I don't know, folks, when I'm doing my meditation and I see something, with my eyes closed, um, I'm wondering whether my energy body is at the place. Am I being seen as an energy body? Am I being seen as an orb or whatever? That I find very interesting because in my some of my past vision, that I was definitely seen, definitely. And initially, I was like when I came to see what I was seeing in the past, I was always behind something, and it was often behind a plant. And always, okay, yeah, it was always behind. Yes, I saw you, chat room person. Yes, even though now it's showing zero watching, but someone still was able to put something in the chat room, a little bot, as it's called. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, the live stream that I'm doing. Oops, trying to move this. Oh, trying to hold this right, correctly. Okay, so oh, sometimes I lose train of thought. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that um, it always seemed like I was behind a plant. It would be like a palm tree, those long, slender leaves, and it's partly blocking my view from seeing what's in front of the um, myself. It's hard to see in front. But I always felt that it was done deliberately because it was either hiding me from view or, um, yeah, it was hiding me from view. That I didn't want to be seen, but I don't know that I'm there. I don't know what I'm going to see when I see something. It's just at random. So how would I know to stand behind a palm tree? See, that is what's interesting. And if anyone has ideas how this phenomena could happen, I mean, I don't really know what's happening when it's happening. It's just something that happens. Is this a past memory? Or is this something, a real phenomenon that your consciousness and your consciousness knows where things are before you're conscious of it? That could be also. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. I saw you a moment ago in the chat. In the counter. Um, Very interesting. And I wonder, um, when you watch movie, I noticed something, and this could be an experiment that you people who are listening could try. Very interesting. See, the mind is a receptor, period. It receives and it also transmits. And when I see that focus is a big, big thing behind meditation. To be able to focus on one thing, a focal point. And so, as I was saying that, my device was on playing the video in the background. I can hear it. And what could happen is that what you're seeing may be based on what you're hearing. And that because you're listening and then you're in a very relaxed state, it becomes the focus of what you may see with your eyes closed. And it's not like you're dreaming. You're not dreaming, you're completely awake and you just have your eyes closed, but you're relaxed and you're looking uh, into your eyelids, your closed eyelids. And you often will be able to see something. Yep. One time I was watching someone who was allegedly put, put in the super soldiers or secret space program, one of those weird things. And lo and behold, what happened to me as I was listening to the interview with her, as I was relaxing in bed, I saw an image of her as a young woman. Yes, I did. And she was crouched on the floor, wearing black on black bra and black panties, and she looked a little afraid. Yes, I see the little bot there, and she was had a slight smile, and I felt like she was trying to figure me out. Am I a friend or foe? Yeah, I did notify the person, and I never got a call, a message back from her. Again, I could be anybody to this person, but this person does do interviews about her experience, and so for me to, I would be able to verify um, certain things about her. So you would think that she would want that type of verification, but it didn't happen. But that's okay too. Yeah, I messaged her twice. No, no, three times. Um, so no, I'm not gonna call anymore. But if I'm not call, I meant to say message. Yeah, the mind is very powerful, people. That's what I'm trying to get out. The mind is very, very powerful. And when you focus on something in that state, especially when you hear an audio, it seems to zero in on that subject. So here the woman was talking about an event that happened to her, and I believe that I was able to zoom in on that event. I wish she would just tell me that lady. My curiosity is there. Or it could be just a trick of the mind just saying, okay, you're thinking about this person is talking in the background. Hey, let's confabulate something. Also, let's see. Yeah, that was the first time that happened. And it was so clear. I saw her so clearly. So with this one, okay, I'm watching conspiracy type movies, and I'm in the boardroom. I see a boardroom. Really interesting. Hmm. Yeah, it's really interesting. So, um, so maybe you guys and gals You can experiment yourself. Put on something that concerns you, the audio in the background. And then just simply close your eyes, be as relaxed could be, and look into your eyelids. And that's all you do. And it's like you're doing that to see something, vision. So the shadows that you would see start to take shape into something. Yeah. And the more you do it, the quicker you can do it. It's really interesting. So, so how is this with the movies that I saw, the two conspiracy theories? Let's say, for example, yeah, the actual movie Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson. I was laughing when I, what he is so funny, Mel Gibson. Yeah, there was controversies with him. Yeah, it's interesting. He's been in Hollywood for so many years, and then he pretty much gets blacklisted. Yeah, he did a no-no. And but interesting in the movie Conspiracy Theory, it turns out like the character in the movie that he played was uh, put under some type of experimentation. Yeah, he was being designed to be, someone to be someone's dirty hand, so to speak. Again, I have to be very careful. Certain words I use, I don't want things to be flagged. But yeah, yeah, I saw it before in the past, but I didn't really follow along. I saw movies like this as just entertainment. I really wasn't paying attention. I was just really just looking at the celebrityism because I thought he was a real funny actor. And that basically was it. I wasn't really listening to what was happening, and but fast forward, the movie came out over 20 years ago, and to look at the movie now seems very, very relevant. Very relevant. Because since that movie, we had that big event in Lower Manhattan, if you know what I mean, and in was it D.C. and Pennsylvania, all those things. Who would have known? Well, I think they knew. I think Hollywood knows. Yeah, and yeah, they do show those two towers in the movie. I think. Yeah. Yeah. See, they want you to see certain things because they want it to be in uh, your awareness. And I think it's almost like energy magic. Make people think of a particular place or person, whatever. And so when the event happens, it has that much of a big impact on it. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. But yeah, so back then when the movie came out, I didn't know about things like that. I just thought it was entertainment, pure entertainment. Now I do believe what it talks about. I now you see that since now we have social media. Yeah, I didn't have all that, these devices and internet knowledge back then when the movie came out. I mean, they had computers, but I mean, I didn't know about these. I didn't know well the internet, um, and so now with the internet, people are able to communicate. You can live in one country and seeing someone on a YouTube video who's in another country. You have things called Zoom that now you can actually talk to someone and they're the other side of the world. Really interesting. And so they're able to tell you things, and you're able to tell them things. You can have your camera, your what they call the smartphone, and you could film something live as it actually happens. Amazing, isn't it? And also with that, you have different controls that in case of some type of emergency, the government could shut down all social media. They have that power switch. They have it. So when they really don't want you to know something, just look at now. Just look at now, people. They don't want people to know about certain pathogens, okay? They don't want you to know about it. They want you to just follow along, and then they use fear. They use a tremendous amount of fear. And when people are afraid, anything could happen. Chaos. People are hearing that more people are attacking each other. See, that's what stress does. And then you have some people who drink the Kool-Aid and some people who don't. Who would imagine that this would have happened? See, they're desperate. The system is desperate. Yeah, they're very, very desperate because they know their time is short. They want to do it fast. Sorry. They want to do it fast. It's such a lack of respect for life. See, I am pro-life. Life is beautiful. Life could be even more beautiful if they just back off. They get people, they had caused a lot of people to lose their jobs. Not just losing jobs, but losing businesses. Yeah, in my opinion, I think what's going to happen very quickly, there's going to be a restructuring, definitely in New York City. Yeah, you're going to have a, a, a very split society. The haves and the haves not, but even more extreme. And so they allow those businesses, I think about 1/3 of the businesses in some areas, or some even higher, are gone. Some of the storefronts have gotten new businesses in it. See, it wanted to restructure. It wanted to get rid of the old. And it was fun. Like the Village area, the East Village, and the West Village. I used to hang out there when I first started out. And I have shared with you guys going down there. I used to do live streams down there. I don't have a cell phone service anymore. Trying to save money, people. Yeah, I wasn't really using it for anything but live streaming. And I said, I already have a phone at home, a house phone. I need to save money, so I just cut off service. But yeah, remember back then, I showed the storefronts, and sometimes it was in clusters, the businesses that were shut down. So who's going to be the new guys? See, that's is also planned. Who's going to take over uh, these business storefronts? Yeah, and it makes me sad. You're going to have a very uh, stringent class of people. The the tech people who are into technology and science. sorry about that. Why, even though my phone, I hope I did this right. Oh, you know what I did? Embarrassing. I thought, I'm sorry. Oh, wow, you know, I did something. Oh, wow, I think I did a no-no. You know what I did? Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't do that. Yeah, I might have, I hope I didn't do what I think I did. I thought I plugged in the battery to the thing, but I plugged in the wrong one. I plugged in the earphone. Oh, shoot. So it may, oops, sorry, brother. I hope I didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Ah, I might have done that. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. Shoot. Because here I'm talking in the mic. Hey, love face. Hello. I've never seen you before, love face. Yeah, I was just, talking, and I don't know how long you've been on. The counter doesn't look like anyone's on, but I think I think the audio was off. Oh shoot. I don't want to do the video all over again. Oh my goodness. Oh brother, I can't believe I did that. Yeah, oh brother, let me go over it real fast. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry guys. I had the wrong I'm talking in the mic, but I had the earphones in the plug by mistake rather than the charger. And so you won't be able to hear because the mic portion that is away from my face. Oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so let me go real quick then. Yeah, oh brother, I'm on the 33 marker. Wow. Oh, that happens. Okay. So let me begin. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to hear it. So it's a half an hour of pretty much silence. You won't be able to hear it. So I have to do it. Oh my goodness. So I don't know whether I should just stop the video and start again. Oh, brother. Yeah. Whoever who's on right now, just stream, go back in the beginning of, you could do that. You could go back to the beginning and see if you can hear anything. And if you can hear something, then I just keep on. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Mm-mm-mm. Oh well. So yeah, let me go over again. Yeah, I think you missed all the info. I can't stand when I do that. I try to be careful. So a quick recap. Yeah, I had vision while I was listening to a video. I had the video playing. I was playing two conspiracy movies. Again, not simultaneously, but I watched two total. Was a Conspiracy Theory with the Mel Gibson that came out in um, 97. And then um, Enemy of the State came out in 98. I hope I got those dates right. They could have been interchange. But yeah, they were 97, 98 movies, both over 2 hours long. It was very good. And so while I was listening to one of them this morning, I closed my eyes And then I saw um, a vision, and I saw a boardroom, what looked like a board. No, first I saw a man. He was looked like he was standing, and it was up close, and you see like a silhouette of him in very very dim lighting. Seemed like an older man, Caucasian looking, even though it was very dark in the room. But I mean, his what features you can see, that's what he looked like. And then I noticed a table in front of me. It was a one of those long boardroom tables, and oh, what's that now? Yeah, and it was again dimly lit. The table reflected some light, a slight shimmer, reflection of the we call it ambient lighting, and the suits seemed very dark. It's about, let's see, oh, it's a lot of them. Let's see, maybe 6 or 7 on each side of the table, and then someone at the head of the table. But I couldn't see any features or faces, just like dark figures, because it was in darkness. And I thought that was very interesting. And I noticed that the phenomenon, people, and it's something that you can try also on your side. When you're when you're in focus, because see, your brain is a receptor and receiver. That's simple. And it responds to being focused on a particular thing. You're just thinking of one particular thing, and you're real keen on that. And it can bring about, I think, getting connected to who is speaking or maybe the subject matter. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Yes, I invite you to say hello in the chat room. And you can try something out for me, viewer. I need help with something. I accidentally, I was talking in the mic, but I thought I had my device plugged in, to the outlet. But instead of having it plugged to the thing to charge my device, I accidentally put in the earphones in the hole, and so you won't be able to hear me in the mic I was talking to, and I didn't have the earphones on, the mic that's connected to the earphone. Um, it was lying down, and I didn't realize I put the wrong one in the hole to charge it. And so I was just alerted that because my device prompted that it was low battery. I said, well, I have it charging right now. Then I realized I put the wrong device in. So if you can check to see in the very beginning of the video if you can hear audio, if the audio is fine, because I was just going to just repeat what I just talked about. Yeah, I was on for about 33 minutes until I found out that it didn't, that it wasn't plugged in correctly. Okay. Yeah, I got a little bot there. Yeah. Yeah, isn't it something? If you couldn't hear the audio, but yet I get these little bots, computer bots coming on. So if you can't hear anything, so why is it that you're coming on my live stream and putting up these things on the what do you call the chat room? Oh well, yeah. So let me know if you were able to hear. You didn't answer the question that person who did write in the chat room. Yeah, those little bots. So, anyways, yeah, I just might as well just repeat it since we have new people on the live stream. Yes, good morning, good morning. Yeah, it's snow. What you see out there, it's snowing in New York City. So anyway, with the vision thing that I've been doing, um, it's something that you can try also, people. Yeah, if you want to have a vision like I did, yeah, your brain is just a receptor. That's all it is. Like you have what do you call it? A Bluetooth. It's wireless, right? And if it gets a frequency, it's going to hear, it's going to tap onto that frequency that it is um, um, zoomed in on, right? So your brain's the same way. And it's about focus and intention. And I think like having, let's say you're playing a video and you're listening to the words of the person, that think of that as an aid to dialing in to that person or event, because just like a telephone, in order to hear on the other side, right, you got to dial first, right? And dialing in this sense is intention or focus on that person or event or place. And I think that's why I saw what I saw, that boardroom, you know? So here I'm watching a conspiracy movie, the movie with Mel Gibson. Fantastic movie in hindsight. Yeah, this made in 98. And then I also watched Enemy of the State, and that came out in 97. Both of them were very good. And, I laughed at a lot of I really laughed at the movie with Mel Gibson called Conspiracy Theory. It was funny. He is so comical. He's really over the top. Yeah, and he's no longer doing Hollywood anymore. He got blacklisted. But, anyways, to have something on audibly and you're in a very relaxed state and your eyes are closed, and then next you look into your eyelids, just look straight ahead. That's all you do. Look into the darkness, so to speak, with your eyes closed. Very relaxed state. You have the video playing or something audible playing in the background, and something's going to happen. You too will see something. You'll get connected somehow. And I shared earlier in this live stream, I don't know whether the audio wasn't playing correctly with this device because I plugged in the wrong thing into the device, so you won't be able to hear if that's what I did. I think that's what I did. So that's why I'm repeating myself. Sorry. So anyway, oh, what was I saying now? Yeah, I yeah, I saw before, sometime about maybe 2 years ago. I was playing a video, a YouTube video. It was an interview with this woman who claimed to be abducted. And I was just relaxing in bed, my eyes were closed, and lo and behold, I saw a vision of her, what looked like a young version of her. And she looked scared, and she was, excuse me, she was crunched down low on the floor, against the wall on the ground, and she's just in her underwear. And she's looking in my direction, and she had a slight smile on her face, like, she's trying to figure who she's looking at, friend or foe. And she was hoping that, I guess, that I was a friend or whoever who she's looking at. Again, I've never met this person in my life, but she was looking in my direction, what in this vision. And I saw her, and I did try to contact the woman. I made 3 attempts, and she never responded. And I thought that was odd. Again, she doesn't know me. I could be some weirdo. But I introduced myself. I messaged her, and I introduced myself to let her know who I was, about my channel, and all that. I was hoping with describing who I was and my experiences, I was hoping that she would eventually at least verify if it could have been her, if that event did happen to her. But no, she didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it. But see, why I'm sharing this is that, see, your mind is really powerful. The mind, the human mind, is powerful. And in the Bible, they really don't want you to, it says, um, what was that? Something like with meditation. They'll say pray. Oh, you're not supposed to meditate. But what do you think those guys in the Bible did? What do you think Jesus did when he went on the mountain? You think he was just counting sheep? He was meditating. Yeah, he was in focus. And when he got real focus, that's when the connection happened with him and other Bible characters. Yeah. But see, when you do it, they call it evil or magic. And, even the Bible says doing magic, sorry, doing magic is evil. See, they don't want you to tap into the real world, in my opinion. Yeah, they're putting limitations, but you notice with the leaders, they don't put limitation on the leaders, but they put the limitations on you because they don't want you to be awake. They want you to sleep while they have all the fun and that they make all the money and they have all the power over you. So, this was, I used to believe in the Bible. The Bible does have very interesting things that you can learn from. Yes, I'm not, in that aspect, sure, the Bible is fine. It could teach many lessons. But it's the other half that they don't, the institution that does not want you to go beyond the words, while the people who are the initiates, they go beyond the words. See, they know the Bible is a code book. It's in layers, the Bible and other scriptures. And the initiates get their instructions from it, when to do certain events, in my opinion. They don't want you empowered. They want you to feel like a victim, weak, and ill informed and uninformed. And I just fell upon meditation just a couple of years ago, 2017. I used to watch this YouTuber, I learned that she was meditating, and she talked about getting downloads. And I said, "Wow!" I was amazed. I said, "Hey, let me try." I never meditated in my life, So one day I sat down, Indian style, and closed my eyes. I think I might have had a crystal. Yeah, I was getting into it. I had an incense going on, and I closed my eyes. And the first thing I saw um, these chains of color, like imagine a wave. If a wave could be colorized, I know it sounds weird. It was like long, stringy lines of color. The colors were red and green. They were rectangular in shape, narrow, very small, narrow rectangles, and they were all connected in one long chain. And then there was a series of chains on top of each other, and it moved like a wave, like up and down. That was the very first thing I saw. And then I saw a face. I saw a man's face, and it was slightly illuminated. Never, I don't know who the man was, but he seemed to have, my impression was that he was a man from the past. I felt like he was someone from the 1800s. That was my impression. He had dark hair, a Caucasian, uh, dark hair. He looked like this particular actor, the type of face he has. Um, he, oh, what's his name? I think his last name is Bloom. He was in the Pirates of the what's that? You know that Johnny Depp? Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. And one of the characters is, I think, is one of his sidekicks, and he's with the, I think he has a girlfriend in the movie. He had features like him. Yeah, the same type of face that he had, and it was just the face. I didn't see anything else, and I was scared. I said to myself, "Okay, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid." And then eventually faded. Yeah, it just lasted a couple of seconds, and that was my experience. And I think that was like my first attempt doing it. Yeah. Um, yeah, the mind could show you things when you're in a relaxed state. See, they don't want you, people, this is the secret. They don't want you to meditate because they don't want you to see what's on the other side. And they know the potential that you be able to see things that you're not supposed to see. And so they get you distracted. They get you distracted with social media. They get you distracted with television and movies. Because, see, these are the things that are occupying your thoughts, your mind, your time. See, if we didn't have television, radio, the movie theaters, what would you be doing? You might be meditating. You might be reading. You might be walking about. See, these social media is a program. They want to keep your mind occupied. They don't want you to think. They want you, like in the United States, they just want to, they just want you to focus on negativity. Uh, and if you're sensitive like I am, it could affect you in a negative way. They love to put the race card out there. They use the race card to make blacks angry and to make white people afraid. And they can target any group. But in the United States, they love doing the black and white combo. It's awful. But so if everybody is preoccupied with what race or what religion someone is, and they're behind the scenes manipulating everything and doing things, and you never know. And I think this pandemic is also a smokescreen from what they're really doing behind the scenes. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I'm doing all the talking. What do you guys think? What if, ask yourself that question. What if you did not have a TV, a radio, a smartphone to go on the internet, a computer? You didn't have it. You would be uh, focusing on something else. You'll have a different relationship with people. I think people will be more connected because see, people aren't being manipulated by what they see. They believe what they see. Even though they know it's entertainment, these movies, whether it's a comedy or a documentary or drama, you walk away feeling the energy of that movie, whether it's happy or sad. It is to influence the way you interact with each other. It is a constant program. And now they're really getting deep with this program because remember, they're initiating the metaverse. The metaverse, which is a virtual reality game for you to interact. And he's going full force on this. You can choose what clothes you wear, your hair, location, everything. And it's making you susceptible to want to stay in the fake world. Yeah, television, movies, it's all to shape you, shape the way you think, and introduce a new concept. And they've been initiating movies. You notice they have, what was that, the movie Little, I think it's called Little People? Little People? It came out a couple of years ago, and it was about a couple, a married couple, and they decided that they would go in a make-believe world, this miniature world, that they'll shrink them, and they'll live in this really cute little development. And once you go in, you can't come out. And both people were to go through it, but the wife's chickens out at the last minute, and the husband is in it. He can't come back out. So now he has to survive alone, without his wife, and navigate his way in this miniature world. And there's also another movie that came out, I think last year. Oh, I forget the name, but it's also an artificial world that he's a part of, and he's navigating in it. Yeah. See, I, I see that. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Hollywood seems to be the handmaiden of this social engineering. It's a very, very powerful institution. Very powerful. And it wants you, um, it's so, I mean, people, listen. You ever feel a certain way about certain groups of people and you never even seen them before, but yet you have an idea about them? It could be bad, yet you never seen them, or it could be good. It's even with the aliens. This is the aliens from other planets that they want to promote now. That you notice that with aliens, they have what they call the Nordics, and how they want you to think these are good people, and then but people, start asking yourself questions. How could it be so good if they're kidnapping people? If any human being did what they did, they would be arrested for crimes against humanity, torturing people, kidnapping, doing experiments, right? But they're supposed to be good because they're white people with light color hair and eyes. But then those that are, let's say, gray, are considered bad. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how many people ever seen any of those things before? And you have, I mean, they're teaching the public how to think about them, yet you may have never seen them before. Yeah, I do believe that they are, they're definitely spacecraft out there. In one, I did a meditation once, and lo and behold, I saw a fleet of spacecrafts out in space. It was really weird phenomenon. Really weird that it was I felt like I was seeing what I was seeing out in space. It was pitch black, no stars, but you see these uh, spacecraft. They were small, and my impression was that they could move real fast. That they were for like military. They had all these gadgets connected to these craft, and they were all identical, and they were bobbing up and down, like how something would in water, but this was space, and it was bobbing a little bit. That it was amazing. It was amazing, and beings also. I saw this one being. I put it up there on YouTube. I talked about it on YouTube before. Um, I gave it an intention meditation, meaning, yeah, it was the first time I said to myself, "Hey, I'm interested about such and such topic. I wonder if there's X, Y, and Z." And so, as I want to focus on that, so I just closed my eyes and just relax. And after an hour, that's when I saw it. I saw this planet real close. I was, looking downward, and I'm seeing this planet. I mean, the moon. It was the moon, and then that lasted a couple of seconds, and then I saw a being. Honey, I had to tell myself, don't get scared. It was very weird looking, and I've never seen anything out in the media with this type of being. Yeah, it was like a pale color, very leathery looking the skin, no hair, and had a big head. But the shape of the head was shaped like, in my opinion, like a football. You know, a football is tapered on both ends, and in the center of it is wider. But that's what it looked like. But it was massive. It was extremely long. It was just a big head, and his head was um, tilted to its chin. Like it was looking downward, and the body was very skinny, very, very, very narrow shoulders, very, very narrow, long, skinny arms, if I could remember right. So I never actually saw the face, but I saw the back of the head. It was like a pale. I some colors it's hard to describe, like a palish, brownish, greenish, yellowish. A murky color, but more on the lighter side. Yeah. I said to myself, please, I'm serious. I said, please do not lift up your head. I'm not ready for this. Yeah, so it just stayed down there. It lasted a couple of seconds, and then that was it. And then I opened my eyes. I said, I had enough today. That's what, yeah, yeah. So the trick is, people, if you're able to focus on something long enough, powerful enough, and without fear. See, I wasn't afraid to do it. I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect to see anything, but just say, hey, I'm just curious about a particular topic. And because I wasn't afraid, I just went through it, not knowing I was going to actually see something. Yeah, I do things like that. I say, yeah, let me do such and such. And then when you get it, you don't want it anymore. You get scared, because you realize, you're like testing yourself, but you don't really know what to make out of, whether something's going to happen or not. So it's a game initially. But when I saw, I said, this is no game. Yeah, it's not a game. You have to be careful. And yeah, you give like a word of protection over you.
Um, yeah, it's really interesting. So the brain is very, very important. I mean, it's powerful. And learn how to use it if you can. Learn how to use it. Make it work for you. See, these scientists know how the brain works. That's why they show you what they show you on social media because it's to do social engineering over a large population. Yeah, so they can control a nation through its movies, through its television. And you notice it's just getting more perverted. People are, family shows where people are disrespectful to their parents. It's horrible. I hate it. I hate it. Now they're doing a twist. Now they want to introduce more black people. You notice that? At least in New York City, everywhere you see uh, advertisements with black people, mostly black females, but they do also have black males also. See, they know the city, the city is has a very high so-called minority population. Yep. And they're afraid because of last year with the rioting. So they think, oh, let's just put a colored face up there and maybe, our store would be spared. Yeah, that's all how I see it. It's not that they want to be inclusive, it's that they just don't want their stores, their high end stores, to be vandalized. Because remember, Black Lives supposed to matter. But unfortunate, black lives don't seem to matter to a lot of black people, and there's so much black on black crime. I'm being honest. I'm not self-hating. I love myself, and those of you who know me, I often say to love the person you see in the mirror, to love yourself, love your hair, love your skin, love your body, love the you. No one is better than anybody else. We really are, all the same. That's my little doggy there. Yeah, that's my little doggy. Yeah, shaking her head. She's getting comfy. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're all equal, but we're just being used to do different things. Everyone is, yeah, my little dog. You got a little cough, baby? I'm sorry, Mommy Bear. Yeah. Yeah, see, everyone is potentially threatened. And especially with this pandemic, no one's really safe. You know, like they even said that they want, um, if you're a person of color, they said, well, black people and other minorities, they always last with, medical things. So they're a, um, a jeopardized group. So we're going to give them the, as I call it, the bug juice first. And if you're Caucasian, you're going to get last because we got to ensure that we save and protect the minority. Baloney, people, baloney. Yeah, they want to use the experimental concoction upon us first. So we get hit first, we get the bullet first, because that's the intention. But they also will get you too. They don't care really what color you are. They're going to do, in my opinion, a massive, massive extermination. Yeah, they see us as insects. And remember the Georgia Guidestone? What did the Georgia Guidestones say? That they are going to have uh, what's left on the planet, only 500 million people left on planet Earth. I think that's, I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but it's roughly almost 8 billion, B as in boy, 8 billion people on this planet. And if you're only left with a 500,000, you do the math. Do we have a mathematician there? What percentage is that? It's quite a bit. Quite a bit. What is that, like 1%? Yeah. So that's what's happening. They are fulfilling their prophecy with the Georgia Guidestones. And then you have the Bible, with the book of Revelation, all these things happening. Yeah, see, the Bible there is to um, program you also. And so if you just think about the Jesus coming and rescuing you, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to sit on your behind and wait for his chariots to come. That's what I thought. Yeah, my favorite book in the Bible is Genesis and the book of Revelation. And I read it over and over and over again. There's no Jesus coming, people. It's a program. It's to keep you passive and not helping yourself, because this demigod is to rescue you. Start thinking. Start using real thinking. What if I came into your world, people, and I made a promise that I'm going to come back soon, and I don't come, and you die? What, I mean, is what I'm saying credible? Am I a credible person? But why do people still worship this figure in alleged history? And there's no accountability. There is no accountability of the promise. I tell you this, if I had a boyfriend that said, baby, I'll come back real soon. I just got to do this one thing, but I come back. He don't come back, and it's almost 2,000 years. I say, buddy, get lost. Get lost. See, why don't you be your own God, your own Jesus? Being God is not about controlling others. Let me repeat that again. Being a God is not about taking over other people's lives. Being a God is to steer your own life, to be the pilot of your ship. The pilot of your plane, the captain of your ship. That's what it's about. That is what Godhood is all about. It's about self-mastery. Am I making sense to you, people? It's about mastery. Jesus, the character Jesus in the 4 Gospels, was about him being able to discipline himself. Okay. Yes, good morning, Love Face. Oh, wow, the sun is starting to come out. It's 7:07 now in New York City. Let's see what you say. Online. Okay. Online stripes without. Okay. Yeah, well, Love Face, you can talk about other things too. Yeah. Where are you calling from? Where are you from? Where you live at? What state you from, Love Face? Where you? Sorry about that. It was such buffering there. Yeah. So, what is reality? Well, it's being human engineered, socially engineered. Yeah, Jesus, the character, was about him preparing you about self mastery. self mastery. That's what he was about. The character himself, he says, you will be able to do what I'll be able to do and more. He was trying to encourage you to think. He saw the religion of his day was a program, and they weren't about humanity. They're about legalism. Religion is a program, and it teaches legalism. It teaches you just do things because this thing says so. And people becoming robotic and insensitive to each other's needs. That's what it's all about. It's a program. It's not about freedom. It doesn't want you to know who you are. It wants your mind filled with stuff, garbage on TV. Don't you notice now with the music that what's really popular? It seems that now, I don't have a radio. I mean, I don't use my radio anymore. I don't listen to music. But young people listen to music. And what do they talk about? What do these people talk about? Look at what they look like. Yeah, they're programming these poor young people to be losers, to not know what they are. Look at them, this dressing, the gender bending. Yeah, that's to confuse you. When you don't know who you are, they can tell you who you are. They could call you a giraffe. They can call you anything. People, you got to get a grip on your identity, who you are. Who are you? It's a damn shame getting these guys in the black community thinking that they're women. And they're rewarded with jobs. And the alpha men are told, are put into being a drug dealer. They're forced into doing criminality because they don't want to hire them. Or they get it, or some of them are savvy and they start a YouTube channel or some social media channel. What do they usually talk about? What do they talk about? Pyramids, right? Pyramids. The popular ones. That's what they seem to talk about, pyramid. These pyramids don't do a damn thing for your community. It's distracting you to think of things that's not important. Community is what's important. Your health. Look at Americans and how heavy a lot of people are. Very heavy set. And that really started happening in the 1970s when they switched this, the food pyramid. See that pyramid? The food pyramid kills. You do the traditional food pyramid and you will become fat. So how is that with more knowledge and the war on obesity? Why can't they win this war? Because, do you hear me? Okay, it went on. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm back on. Sorry about that. Yeah, see, I said the W word. I forgot. And it caused a glitch, a buffering. Okay, see that? So what was I going to say now? What was I just talking about? Yeah, the food pyramid. Yeah, see the pyramid. A pyramid does have a force in it. I believe the pyramids in Egypt and Sudan. I believe what they were are power grids. They're antennas. They are antennas, so it could receive and send messages. That's what I believe what they were used for. But in the state now they're abandoned. They are abandoned. But now you have people focusing on these. Um, I feel it's a waste of time because it's not servicing you. If it's not servicing the modern day Egyptians, why are you preoccupied with it? When I was in the military, I did see the pyramids, and it's just a bunch of rocks. Yeah, they have the hieroglyphics, but you notice they never tell you what the hieroglyphic says. Why don't they ever tell you what's written, what it means? But we have this worship for a pyramid that does absolutely nothing but gather sand. And the modern day Egyptians, that's the only thing they have going for themselves for tourism. Outside of that, there is nothing going on in that country. Nothing. Yet everybody comes in to see a bunch of rocks. It doesn't do a damn thing for you. And yes, these pyramids, may have had the power. And again, uh, the food, what is it, the FDA. I think that I forget who formulated the food pyramid. Yeah, they want the base level is um, fruit and vegetables, and then what's that? I know oils is on the very top, and just below that is meats, and I think below that is breads. Yeah, yeah. So they want you to be carbohydrate based in your diet, and that will pack it on. Yeah, it makes you fat. The bread, honey, that makes you pack on weight. Yeah, you want to lose some weight? Try to stay away from the starches, the raw starches. Some starches, like the potato, it's not very high caloric. But then they said it has lectins in it, and that can cause irritation to your GI tract. I heard. Yeah, but if it doesn't bother you, but white bread, people, and white rice, stay away, especially white bread. Stay away from that. That is poison. It's very acidic to the body, and it's like glue when it hits your GI. It's like glue. So if you are going to eat flour, bread, get the whole wheat. Make your own bread. Yeah, do that. Yeah, see, they want you accustomed to eating artificial food because they're trying to change your genetics to become an artificial body that they're making your body more receptive to genetic modification and making your body more adaptable for what you call it. Oh, what's that word? Cyber. Oh, I think it was like cyber. Mixing man and machine together. Man and machine. And even in the book of Revelation, they talk about that mixing. Was that clay with was that clay with iron? Clay. Human beings are carbon based, and then iron, I think, has to do with the uh, grafting onto the human body, uh, artificial intelligence. I think that's what it's all about. See, the Bible, I have a feeling, people, that the Bible is a blueprint, a book of instructions, and they use the same one, the same template over thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I think they probably had the Bible or thing like the Bible at the time of the pyramids. And then boom, there was a catastrophe, right? There was a big flood. And then when one civilization dies, they bring in the same armory, the Bible. And the same thing, they follow the footprints, the blueprints of instruction. And the cycle repeats over and over again. That's what I think. That's what I'm starting to think. Just look in modern history over the years. Nations conquer other nations. And what they do, they introduce the Bible. Notice that in those so-called primitive societies, what do? They bring in people and they act all friendly. Just look at them. And then what happens? They take over. They take over. Yep, they're called missionaries. And they go in smiling. And these are like the scouts. These are the initial people, the people to initiate the social engineering of a race of people over a tribe of people. Missionaries. Yeah, they could come across. Yeah, they'll give them food, and they're doing this missionary stuff in. I think it's the country of Kenya. They have these tribe people. They're real tall, thin, and dark complected. And they had this German, you see that again, a German type looking and sounding woman. And she's supposed to be there. Oh, she did get to marry one of the guys. She's the only one in that area. Why is that woman there? This white European there. And oh, she's teaching them about how to use feminine hygiene products. Now these tribes are there for thousands of years. They don't know about feminine hygiene. What have they been doing for these thousands of years before she came? It's to give them a sense of trust. And I feel it's to change their genetics, modify their genetics with her genetics slowly, and infiltrate. Yeah, I don't trust missionaries. I used to be a devout Christian. And what initially turned me off with Christianity was about missionaries. And then, I had a low period in my life, and someone introduced the gospel to me, said, oh, they love you, and I fell for it. And then for years, I'm just wondering, oh, when Jesus is coming and rescuing me. There's no Jesus, and there's no rescuing of anybody. You have to rescue yourself. You have to start learning who you are. Get back your original identity. Learn how to use your mind, people. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Yes, learn how to use your mind. See, when I was under the Christian flag, I never went within real. I would do my little prayers to God. Oh Jesus, this and that, and look after so and so. The typical little prayers. They don't want you to know who you are. And you notice Christianity isn't the same for other people. How come Christianity doesn't seem to work for black people? or Hispanics here, but it seems to work for, why does Jesus only seem to look over white people and make them rich and prosperous in America and in Western Europe? Why is that? Why wasn't God able to deliver people from slavery or genocide? Why? Because it's not real. But they want you to be programmed to this gospel. You know who's really programmed about the gospel? Nigerians. I was stunned when they had, here, that's a black country, the largest country in Africa. And they had a white Jesus on the wall in the church. And they had all the ladies in the church had a photo of this Jesus character, but it was a blonde hair and blue eyed Jesus. Hello, people. Is anybody awake there? That's why I have really no desire to visit Africa for stupidity like that. They're programmed, and they're going to use Nigerians. It was a program about this, just what I'm talking about, that they're going to use Nigerians to try to infiltrate North Africa. It's this strip along Africa. It's really the um, if you look on a map where Islam is practiced, it's between these two parallels. It's a band across the planet where coincidentally all of Islam is located. And they're going to use the Nigerians to try to, what's that word? Spread Christianity there. And again, as we see in history, what was Christianity used for? To tell you that you're dirty, that you have this sin in your life, and that only this other person from long ago who claimed that he was going to come back real soon, but he never did come back, and then say that he's going to save you. And then once you bite the apple of lies, then you get colonialism. And the same people that told you about love and all that, they start to oppress you. Am I being honest? Am I lying? Hello? Am I lying to you? Or am I speaking the truth? I'm speaking the truth. See, don't go by what people say, go by what they do. Who's having the most problems? Those people who profess that religion, the Abrahamic religions to be specific. They're all at odds with each other. But it seems like those who are in the nature religions, what they call the animists, they're the most peaceful. They live off the land. They respect the natural order of things. But all who seem to have problems are the Abrahamic-based cultures. It should be telling you something. It should be telling you something. And I'm glad that I released myself from Christianity and religion in general. But I am interested in spirituality. And I'm trying to analyze, when I say that, I ask myself, what do you really mean spiritual? What do I really mean by that? And I thought about it. And I think what I'm instinctively trying to say that you have the physical 3D world. And the spirits, when I say spiritual, I mean those things outside of the 3D world, because outside of the 3D world is the real world. And is to get connected with that real world. And the navigation of this 3D world based on your understanding of the the other world. And the other world is, because it's real, it's grounding. It puts peace in your mind. That's how I interpret it. What I mean by is, I follow spirituality. Yeah. The 3D world induces a lot of fear and anxieties because it's material and money based. The spiritual world is not based on that system. The physical world is a prison. This is a prison world, and you want to get out. But like Jesus, the character Jesus in the scriptures was about elevating yourself to not be dependent on the 3D reality, but the true reality that governs this physical world. And I think that's what it's all about. Yes, that's what it's all about, in my opinion. Wow, it's really snowing hard out there, man. It's almost white. See that? Yeah, it's snow. That is snow out there. It looks white. It looks whiter in real life. It's amazing. Yeah, so I know I'll be staying at home. Oh, I think I'll make some potatoes. I like potatoes with curry. Yeah, I love curry potatoes. But yeah, this is some type of world. So what have I talked about so far? Um, I talked about the vision that I had about I saw a boardroom of men. I don't know who these men were. They were European looking, Caucasian type men. The body type. I saw one up close. It was a silhouette, and then at a distance was this boardroom table, about six on each side of the table. It's a very long, long table, very long table. And then I know there was someone at the head of the table, and it was in a darkened room. And I saw that while I was listening to two conspiracy type movies. One movie by Mel Gibson called Conspiracy Theory, and the other one, Enemy of the State. Yeah, it was really entertaining. And they're about predictive programming so that um, you'll be able to receive it when it's introduced to you. Yeah, the enemy of the state was about um, spying. Yeah, yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, enemy of the state was about spying on people using technologies, and one of the characters in the movie, he was being bullied by one of the, I guess he was some other type of politician or some position. Oh, okay. He worked for the government. Uh, this one of the alphabet agencies. Yeah, he was look. He worked for an alphabet agency, and he wanted to influence this congressman to approve a bill. But the bill was about uh, allowing the government to spy on you. And look what's happening now. See, it's really, again, predictive programming. That's all what's happening now. And isn't that what Snowden? That guy Snowden who I think he's arrested or something. Something happened to him. Yeah, he was working for the Alphabet Agency, and he leaked information. Yeah, I think he went to. He's in exile. Yeah, he's in exile right now. But yeah, that's what it's about. But why are they so interested in spying? I mean, they could use spying, let's say, to find the criminal. Let's say they see a robbery. Um, potential robbery about to happen, they can put like they have the cameras and then put a loudspeaker, have it attached to a loudspeaker. You say, "Hey, buddy, either going to try to rip off that person, we're going to get you." But they don't do that. They don't do that. Why don't they do that? What are they looking for? I think with this thing that they're doing is they're looking for somebody. And with this pandemic, what if this pandemic thing is really about gathering DNA? DNA. They put the thing up your nose. What are they getting? They could be putting things up the nose. It's close to the blood-brain barrier in your brain, right? They could be gathering, what do you call it? Then they're able to take something and alter your genetics because they know who lives in what location. But they do it globally now, right? Globally. For you to go visit a country or go on a plane, you have to be tested for that particular pathogen. You think that's the only disease people have on this planet? Right? It's a pretense, in my opinion. It's a pretense, and they're looking for something. These people are so much. I think they're okay, because you have the spy netware, so they want to. They're looking for somebody. They're looking for a particular genetics. What if there is a war? It's a secret war. And the war is extraterrestrial. Haven't you heard, I mean, I don't know, but haven't you heard people say that they're extraterrestrials walking around us, that they look like us, like regular human beings, but they're not really us? What if the governments around the world want to pinpoint where these people are? They want to pinpoint, and once they get the identity of the person, and maybe some people may not know that they're alien or part alien, okay? So let's say they have a regular job, whatever, and they don't know their true identity. Remember, this is the age of not knowing who you are and making people think that there's something that they're not. There's a reason for that. And then they do the DNA testing. And once they lock on to who that person is, they might be able to track them down. It could be multifaceted. It doesn't have to be just one reason why they're doing it, but I think it's to get a genetic pool of people and to eliminate them. Be careful. Don't, there are tests that you can take. I mean, if you're forced to take that test to see if you're sick, there's a spit test. You spit in a tube. They have that one. Take that one. Don't have anyone dig anything up your nose. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, if it's so damn contagious, they should have just done the spit test. Why are they having you put something up your nose and potentially damaging your brain? It's so reckless. Reckless people. Yeah. Start using, people, start using your mind. Start using your mind. I'm teaching you people how you can go see behind the veil. You can do the same thing. Get these these conspiracy movies, whatever, as a focal point of your meditation, and see behind the screen. See behind the screen. You want to know what's on the moon? Focus on the moon and see for yourself. Isn't this about self, what's the word I'm trying to think? See, I'm tired of what people say in books. I want direct revelation. This people is about self revelation, getting direct revelation. See, anyone could tell you anything and lie to you. Why don't you see for yourself? Start meditating. Try to wean. I'm one to talk. I love YouTube. That is my weakness. I want to be honest with you guys. I like watching videos, but I need to do more meditations to go within. And I did a session yesterday going within, and it felt good. It felt good. And I want to do it again today. I want to do it more often, people. And you feel more at peace. It's all about peace. All of us, regardless of your race, religion, etc., we're all potentially are victims to this new system that's trying to take over the planet. They want to do a takeover. They want families against families. It's all orchestrated. The 2016 election was all to cause families strife between each other. All of it. And then the 2020 election. Come on. Come on. It's glitched. The thing isn't moving. The counter. I hope you can still. Could you still hear me? Type a 1 for yes if you can hear me. The counter's not going. It was just glitching a moment ago. Come on. I don't see the counter moving. Yeah, this awful. Come on. Come on. Could you guys hear me? Could you hear the audio? It was just a buffering and now the counter's not on. Yeah, type a 1 for yes if you can hear me so I could continue. See that? Come on. Come on, people. Let's go on. This is something. See that? See that when you close. Could you guys hear me? Let me know. Give me feedback, guys. Okay. Okay, I guess you can hear me. Okay, it's moving now. It's moving now. Yes. So, like I was saying, what was I saying now? That yeah, like the Bible. It's an instruction manual. It's all an instruction manual to prepare you, but get in the know. Know for yourself. This is what they call the age of knowing for yourself. Getting direct revelations from your higher self. Yeah, we could actually be in a matrix. I think part of us is actually in a matrix. Everything is electrical. Everything. For us to be able to see things, let's say you have like fortune tellers, spiritualists, and they can see things. And it's like a loop. I think this is a computer thing. It's all stored information. It's all stored. That's how you're able to see in the past. Everything's recorded. Even the Bible says that everything's recorded. They say recorded in books, but I think it's recorded in the ether. So everything is energy, remember? That's what they say. Everything is energy, all energy, because we're in a computer. And they want the people like the people in the, we call it Silicon Valley, they want to create their own world. So it's like a computer reality within a computer reality, and so on and so on. So he wants to be the master of his uh, new world. Yeah. Let me see the. Okay. Yeah. So I can't think of anything more here. Yeah, I talked about what I needed to talk about, the vision that I had. Yes, the first half hour, the audio might have been out, and so I had to repeat certain things. So, in a recap, I talked about the vision, and then I talked about the two conspiracy movies and how the movies, especially, what do you call it? Oh, God. What was that now? Sorry, it's just doing again. Come on. Okay, yeah, sorry, they was just buffering. So that's basically what I was talking about. Yeah, watch those two movies. I have to be careful. Enemy of the State with Will Smith, and Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson. Yeah, they both came out in the late 1990s. I think both movies are really pertinent for today. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and those of you who like this type of content, uh, perhaps you could support my channel, um, and go onto my PayPal me account. The link is attached to this channel, Spirit Journey, on the right side of the banner of my channel. You will see my PayPal me link. Just click on the link and follow the prompts. Any amount would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Yes, and it will greatly help me out if I do decide to relocate. Yes, because moving requires money. And yes, it would be a great aid at this time. I know many people are suffering out there. Um, yeah, so I hope you are doing well too. Okay, stay hydrated. Make sure you take your minerals that you need to strengthen your immune system, and learn to go within and have direct revelation knowledge for your personal edification. So, peace, love, and joy to you all. And yeah, this snowing out here. And may you be safe. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.